Golden Transitions. Iwake Gospel Hour, pia iwake entertainment. Hapo hivyo ni mali unapata wimbo zote zenye unataka. Also tuko na miale ya sporti na tuko na news briefing both in Kiswahili na pia Kiingereza. We don't take your presence for granted. We love you so much. Tufuate pale, follow us on YouTube, TikTok at Gwandaru Gwandash or Nibs TV, and please subscribe, follow and like.
Thank you.
Hello
very
and
much
welcome. My name is Njeri Ngotho and this is the Golden Transition Show, and welcome back. We had a short break. Atukupatana last Saturday and the previous Saturday, but now we are back like we never left. And today in the Golden Transition, I'm understanding that my director is Wandaru Ogwandash. In the last 2 episodes we have been with him as my, I don't know kama ni mtaalamu ama ni guest ama ni mtu ana hapo mbeleni alikuwa anakuja kushare the experience, I don't know, but today I'm alone, but it doesn't mean that because I'm alone atuta transit, we are still going to transit. Like and share and continue watching, and also you can request of what you can want us to review, how it was done there before and today how it is done. And now officially we are going to start our show today. Do you know there were specific music instruments there before, and they were used by mostly Africans had their own music instruments. With these music instruments, they were different and they were used by different tribes. Like what you can see behind me, it's the Nzebe drums. They were used by mostly not Kikuyus but other tribes they out, and mostly it was found in Botswana. Yeah, that is the Nzebe drum. It was mostly used by men when they were going, or men and women, and also ladies. Okay, each and every person, but mostly it was for men because they could be able to beat the drums, and the Burundi men, they were playing the drums, throwing their legs up and down, up and down. If you can happen to watch a Burundi documentary, you can't miss such a thing. That is the Nzebe drum. There were also kinds of various things that were used. What you can see behind me, I think it's the shakers. They were used to shake, to make, to know, that is the flute. Yeah, they were walikuwa wanapuliza and it could give the rhythm. By that time this was the lead guitar for that time. So walikuwa wana ukipuliza hiyo, you could give the tone of the song, and yeah, they could, the people playing the drums wangecheza the drum according to the song, that all the melody that is given by the flute. And when I said the flute, it's FLUT. Yeah, that is the flute. This is a calabash. Calabash, it's known in Kikuyu as Kenya, but now this is a calabash that it's not, haijakatwa hapa juu, so it doesn't qualify to be a calabash. It's a shaker, and because it's a shaker, iko na beads juu and ndani iko na zile mbegu za calabash, so wange shake, and it was also used as a music instrument by that time, and mostly ilikuwa inashikwa na the ladies, since na wao men they had their own shakers yenye walikuwa wanafunga huko kwa miguu. This is the calabash that sasa itavaishwa to the beads, and as you can see kuna zingine zimekatwa, kuna zingine hazijakatwa, but it was also used as a way of preserving thing. But mostly in some regions it was used for music, since you know there were those music events that they could attend, and walikuwa wanaziita dumo. Yeah, that they were used for that. So those are shakers, and they were made from Kenya. Now this is the horn, and a horn ilikuwa inakatwa kwa ng'ombe, and as you can see hapo katikati iko na that that hole. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa inapulizwa. Recently I don't think kama kuna ng'ombe ziko na such kind of horns, only Brian Ibra who can tell us, but sahi I don't think sijaiona. Only in Uganda kwenye I know kunaweza happen kuwa kuna ng'ombe ziko na such a horn, but if there are Ibra atatuambia and nitawaambia in the next show, bearing in mind yeye ni shepherd. Yeah, and that is the kora. Kora was used by the Botswanas. Yeah, walikuwa wanaipiga. It's a kind of guitar. It's the kora. Ilikuwa inatumika na wa Botswana. It was made of mbao and the skin of a cow. Yeah, and now the strings. Yeah, and not necessarily the skin of a cow or yeah, any but obviously nguruwe ingetumika, so ni ya ng'ombe, mbuzi, yeah, such kind of things. And ilikuwa inachezwa na the men only. Yeah, hapa si kwenye tunasema mostly men, but this was specifically for men. This one sikumbuki inaitwa nini, oh my god, sikumbuki. Oh yeah, this is the mbira. Ilikuwa inatengenezwa na mbao, and hapa juu it's kind of vijikos. Yeah, and ilikuwa inachezwa kutumia two kinds of sticks. Hapa mbele inakaa karungu kind of. Yeah, hiyo ndio ilikuwa inacheza the mbira. Mbira haikuwa mostly used, but yeah, it was still an African music instrument. Yeah, though in Kenya I don't think iliwahi tumika, no. And that is the enyatiti. I don't know kama mnaijua ama kuna mtu anaijua, but aware that we visit Kenya National Theatre, and hapo hivyo kuna kisketch yake, so that is the nyatiti. It was used by, I don't know whether they were the Nandi men or yeah, that was the nyatiti. And kuicheza walikuwa wanacheza wakiwa wamekaa chini, ange hang mahali, angeibeba. So I don't think kama siku hizi, okay, kuna watu bado wanafuata culture, but I don't think it's possible upate mtu ama upate wanaenda nayo. For these days it's only in the museums according to me, but obvious kuna wenye bado wako na hizo vitu, and it's good kama wewe unaweza ziattain, and maybe unaweza tumia ikue like kind of attraction to the people of your area, ama utengeneze ka museum kako. Yeah, and continue watching and sharing and liking in the golden, this is the golden transition show. Njeri Ngotho. As we proceed, that is also anya titi. It's only that imekwa the nini huku mwisho, that is what do we call it, tails za ng'ombe huku mwisho. Yeah, so that is tail. And the next thing, please, that is the, oh my god, talking drum. Yeah, this is the talking drum. Indikuwa inahangiwa hapa kwa shingo or at the shoulder, and wangeenda wakipiga. But if wanatembea, lakini kama wamefika mahali kwenye walikuwa wanaenda kuperform, mostly walikuwa wanaishika in between their legs, so it was only played by men. This is the talking drum, only played by men. Yeah, this is the, I don't know kama kuna mtu wako control room anajua. Yeah, this is the wadede. Okay, hey, this thing, I think it talks. Yeah, I think it talks. And ilikuwa inapigiwa hapa like the violin. Yeah, and someone could make fun of it, talk to it, and then make it respond by how he or she could drive it. This is also a kind of wadede too, but not really. Yeah, but it's also a kind of wadede, but in a different place, not Kenya. Yeah. And then there is the next thing, please. Okay, that is the okay. Those are not all the music instruments that were used there before. That is just a highlight. Some things that were there and they were attracting the wazungus or the white men to Kenya to come and visit. And still today, in the airports when there is an international visit, they still exist because people go there and dance and play the instruments as a way of entertaining the visitors. And then today we had 2 sessions, but before then I would like us to go for a short break.
Thank you so much, our listener, our viewer, wherever you are. We don't take your presence for granted. We welcome you to our shows every Saturday from morning till evening. We entertain you with different shows, starting with Golden Transitions, Iwake Gospel Hour, pia Iwake Entertainment. Hapo hivyo ni mali unapata wimbo zote zenye unataka. Also tuko na miale ya sporti na tuko na news briefing both in Kiswahili na pia Kiingereza. We don't take your presence for granted.
Alafu na wewe una interrupt.
Tufuate pale, follow us on YouTube, TikTok at Gwandaru Gwandash or Nibs TV, and please subscribe, follow and like.
Thank you very much for choosing being Nibs TV. We don't take it for granted. As you know, every Saturday we bring you shows which are unavoidable. Thank you for tuning in and continue watching and enjoying our shows.
Ama hata wewe ni musicist.
Endelea kutazama Nibs TV, vipindi mbalimbali kama vile msasa wa magazeti, tambua talanta, miale ya spoti, Iwake, miongoni mwa vingine vingi. Usikose kutazama Nibs TV. Hapa ni nyumbani.
Thank you for the short break and continuing watching to be with me. And this is the Golden Transition Show. My name is Njeri Ngotho, ama ukitaka the Golden Girl. And now this is the second segment. The second segment, without wastage of time, it's food storage that were used there before. Yeah, but we are not talking about today's life. So it's what was done there before to preserve foods. How many types of preservation of food do you know? I don't know whether you know or you just wewe ni mtoto wa fridge and yeah, canned foods and yeah. So now we are going to the food storage there before. This is the canning method. Canning method was usually used there before to store meat, to store honey, things like that, vegetables, and they were using water that had pepper inside, ama pilipili. Wange katakata pilipili and mix it with water and then dip whatever they wanted there. But also in meat they were using honey to preserve meat. Yeah, they were using it, and they could dip the meat in the cans with honey. And according to the research that I did, the meat could even go for 2 or more years without going bad ama kuharibika. So it was a good kind of preservation, and I hear that the meat was sweet. Unlike today how we store the meat in the fridge and then after 2 months utasikia ati mtu akikula sijui anaambiwa kona food poisoning. That was not the case by that time, and it's that the more inaendelea kukaa the more sweeter it becomes. So that is the canning method of preservation of food that was used there before. And then there is the sun drying. In sun drying, it was used also for the foods, such kind of fish. Yeah, that is fish that is drying there, and still it was used in cereals, in coffee, in everything that could be dryable. And drying could help in reducing of aflatoxin toxination of foods and the foods, and also the things like cereals. And you are aware that if there is aflatoxin in foods, that is food poisoning. And if maybe people can eat, like there was a case in Kenya in Takana where the government offered msaada foods and accidentally they were aflatoxinated and people died and suffered out of aflatoxination. So sun drying was helping in avoiding aflatoxination there before, but these days people are not using sun drying. They have their own methods of preserving foods and also drying foods, and they can heat them. Like there in Muranga, a place known as Kabiti, they can even dry mangoes, and mangoes are juicy, but they can even dry mangoes. I don't think sun can dry a mango. I don't think so. That is sun drying. Going to the next image, there is the smoking. Smoking was used mostly for meat, for meat, and that is fish. It have been smoked and it could last for a while. They were using it when they went to fish, and they could go home with a big harvest, so they could find a way of keeping the food fresh. Maybe ni msimu hauna jua, like it's a rainy season and they have no option, so they could they could smoke the fish and they could remain fresh. So that is smoking, and it was mostly used for meats. And then there is, I think you can relate this thing, it still happens at Tushago. Hakuna fridges, so unaeza relate. Mnachinja buzi and then inahangiwa kwa nyumba, kazi yenyu tu ni kupika na chumvi hivi. So this is also a method of preserving meat, and it could last, I think, for 7 but 5 days to 4. It can last for a period of time. So that is also a preservation of food, and ilikuwa inahangiwa specifically kwa nyumba, table room. Aingehangiwa kwa bedroom ama kitchen mnaweza enda hivyo alafu the following day hakuna. So ilikuanga kwa table room, and as a child you could feel very bad. Mtoto anakuja kwenyu ama watu wengine wanakuja kwenyu, wanapata nyama hapo, so unajua tu lazima wapikiwe. It was very irritating, but it was a good preservation of food. And then I don't think there is any other photo, but that is the ways of food preservation. And then in the next episode, if you would like us to review anything, you can tell us there, or you can even you can comment there, ama ukipatana na mimi tu huku uniambie, please next time let's review this. And that is the end of our show today. My name is Njeri Ngotho, and the show, it's the Golden Transition Show. Thank you to my director, hata kama amenisumbua anaongea na sisikii Kenya, anasema kunipea talk back, Mr. Ogwandaru Gwandash, and each and everyone who is behind there. I know Maina is there, Devi is there, Eunice is there, and even Brayo is there. Na Brayo, ukumbuke unatuambia kama ngombe bado ziko na that big horn. Till next time, bye bye.